Hi, y'all. Guess where I am? Well, I guess you know where I am. I'm out here on my porch swing in February. It's about 50 some degrees out here. And when I first come out here to look around, the sun was shining so bright. It's been peeking in and out, kind of like it's trying to see if I'm behaving before it fully commits to coming out. So I don't know. Maybe I'm not behaving because it's not out right now. But hopefully it'll come back out while I'm talking to y'all. Um, the wind is kind of blowing a little bit, so I brought my sweater out. The sun came out, so I must be behaving, y'all. Yeah, can you see that sun out? So yeah, yesterday the sun was trying to come in and out, and then it just went back out. I had been keeping an eye on this sun, so I could come out here and have a porch chat with you all. I just couldn't barely wait till spring. So yeah, and now look, it went back out. Well, it's over there. Oh, it's coming back out some. So yeah, I'm not going to be out here long because y'all know I'm still in this recovery process, and my husband is keeping a hawk eye on me. He's out here, out in the back, working on his wood. So you'll hear some beating and banging where he's chopping wood, and he'll probably come into the door. So you'll hear some rattling with the door. He's going in and out. So I'm just going to go on with this video, and we're just going to go on with it, right? Because we're not professionals here. And but I just couldn't wait to get out here and do a porch chat with you all. Like I said, spring still to me is just such a long time away to get out and do a porch chat. And I said a while back if I had to get out here with a quilt around me, I was going to try to come out and chat with y'all. But it has warmed up compared to those below zero or zero temperatures, and the snow is. We just got a few little patches out in the yard, and back behind me there's a little bit on the mountains. You probably can't see it, but I can still see a little bit down on the ground. But it's pretty much all gone now, thankfully, and I hope it stays gone for a while. I mean, I know it's still winter. We're probably still going to get a few little flurries here and there, and maybe a little bit, but hopefully the worst of it's gone. But like I said, it's just so nice to chat with y'all out on my porch swing again. Y'all don't know how much this has lifted my spirits. This is helping me in my healing process. Yeah, so it's really good to see y'all today and having y'all join me out on my porch swing. There's room enough for everybody, and I've got porch rockers, and I've got wicker chairs on the other side. So yeah, this is nice. So, what are y'all into this week? I have been, I narrated and, excuse me, I got some tea. Let me drink that. Y'all know me. I've always got tea near me somewhere, whether it's hot tea or iced tea. In summer, it's usually iced tea. In the cooler months, it's my hot tea. Maybe that'll get rid of that little tickle in my throat. Well, that's good. But, yeah. So, Sunday, I actually recorded two of my stories and narrated them. And so today I'm trying to, make some thumbnails for them and do a little editing. So yeah, that's what I've been doing. And I've got to write up some more stories for y'all. So that's kind of what I've been into. And I got some good news for you. I'm not really using my cane anymore. I'm walking so much better. My legs are doing so much better. I noticed that the swelling is going down in that one leg. So yeah, so that's some good news. And I know my appointment for my surgeon follow up is not until I think it's around the 23rd of this month. So I will follow up with him and hopefully he can adjust that Medtronic implant. That I had to be. That's what I had my surgery for. I'm hoping he can adjust that a little bit more because I'm still having, some problems and everything with the digestive, and all that. But that's a slow process of adjusting that. But I am doing a lot better. And that's my husband going in now. And so, yeah, but I am doing better. And now over the last week or so, I'm having, a little bit more fatigue issues and everything. But that is probably because I'm up, trying to do a little bit more, and I'm back to doing a little bit more cooking, not no big cooking and everything, but it feels good to be able to cook a little bit more. It's just small meals, but I notice that I'm a lot slower at cooking and doing dishes. It takes me so long to do them, and that makes me tired and fatigued. But maybe it's a good tired and fatigued, and I have to take my time. But my husband helps me. He has to get out all my pots and pans because they're like either low or my dishes are really high, and I'm really restricted. I can't. I'm not allowed to reach up high or bend down low because that the leads and everything that goes into my spine. You have to be careful with that. You can pull them out. There's a lengthy process on that when I'm allowed to. Well, even after I'm fully recovered or whatever, I've never been able to do a lot of bending or stretching or anything because they can pull out even when what they're called seated in there. They can pull out, and so I have to be careful with that. So yeah. So enough to talk about that. But I'm sitting out here. I notice the sun's come back out, so maybe it's decided I am behaving and it can commit to coming out today. So I brought my little storybook out here. I was looking through it, just going over to see what stories I might want to, narrate and put up. So yeah, I got a bunch of them in here. And then I'm writing stories all the time. Sometimes I don't go with some of the stories I have in here. I may write some to put up, but yeah. So how I do that is I have a lot of my stories that are handwritten, but what I do is I type them out and put them up in my Google Docs or wherever I have them on my computer, and then I print them out and put them in my book, and that's what I read from because it's easier for me to read from a book and narrate them. And so yeah, and the last story that I put up and that was on my channel was about the laundry story. The love letters in the laundry. I had got some really sweet comments on that and some heart touching comments. And actually, this morning I was reading a comment from one of my sweet viewers. I'm not going to mention her name or anything, but it was just this morning. It was a very heart-touching comment. It just really touched my heart, the comment that she left, sharing her story about letters and everything. And I really appreciated that comment. It really touched my heart. And so, yeah, and there were some other comments too. It seems like every week when one of my stories drops, somebody has something, a comment that touches my heart, something that they relate to that story. And, it really makes me, want to do more stories. And what I'm trying to say is, I'm so much better at writing than I am talking, seems like. But what I really want to say is it makes me thankful that I decided to share my stories instead of keeping them to myself because I've been doing this for years and just never really shared them a lot, even with family, So I'm really thankful that I decided to share my stories with you all, and because it seems like they are touching a lot of you, and so that makes me, like I said, thankful that I decided to share them. Because when I first started my channel, I didn't share my stories, and nobody knew that I had stories or poems or anything. I just my first videos were just awful. And I didn't show myself. I didn't show my face or anything. And I was just kind of treading the waters because I really didn't know what I was going to put on YouTube or anything or what direction I was going to go. And then I just slowly started sharing a story here or a poem here. And you all started really responding to me. And I thought, okay, I'm going to just, put it out there. And I'm really glad that I did. So yeah, and so today I'm just sitting out here and just reading over these stories, and sometimes I'll have a story that I maybe wrote a year or two ago, and I'll think, I'll just go over it, and I was like, I really need to change something in that story. Something's not working here. It may be just changing a name, or maybe a place, or just change something about it. Sometimes I'll let a story just sit a while, and And that's how I do. I'll just let it sit a while and go back and read it months later, sometimes a year later. And I was like, there's something about that needs to be changed. And so that's just the way I do. So that's what I'm doing out here. And like I said, I'm not going to sit out here long because I know that I really, even though it's warmer out here, I don't need to be out here and get some kind of back set or cold or whatever. But I'm really enjoying this today, and I'm enjoying talking to you out here today. Yeah. And what is this? Oh my goodness. I don't know if I'm going to share this with you all or not. This is a photo of me back probably close to 12, 13, more, maybe 15 years ago. Okay, I'm going to share it with you, but don't get wild over this or anything. This is me in one of my Southern hats, and I don't know what I was celebrating here, all prissied up and everything. The photo's a little bit blurry, and y'all have never seen me with my hair down. I've got my hair down, and it's curly and everything. It's like I said, it's a blurry photo. I may insert it here so you can see it better, but let me show you. Can you see that? I don't know if you can see that. Like I said, this is me. This is me, my Southern, just my Southern belle, I guess you could see. Like I said, I may or may not insert it. You may be able to see it good enough. See that wind's blowing? This is me in my Southern belle days with my hair down. Oh my goodness. I don't know what it's doing in here back of this book. I think I may have been cleaning out in my sitting room, my creative room or whatever, and found it and just stuck it in here. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to insert it up here. I think y'all could probably see it good enough. Oh my goodness. I can't believe I even shared that with y'all. That was me back in my Southern belle days. So yeah. So I hope y'all are having a good day today. And I hope your day is as beautiful as mine, sunny and a little bit breezy, but it's not too bad. So I have enjoyed this chat with y'all today. So let's just go into the rest of this week. Let's go gently and let's go with God and let's go gracefully. And I love each and every one of you. And yeah, bye bye.